Hi children, welcome back to our EVS class. So last class we were seeing about more about clothes, isn't it? So in that we saw there are two type of fibers, natural and synthetic. Okay. So now we shall see in detail about these. Okay. So the first one is your natural fiber. What is the first one? Natural fibers. Okay. So as you know, the name suggests natural fibers are the fibers that are obtained from nature. From where do you get natural fibers? From nature. So they are called natural fibers. Okay. And these fibers are either obtained from plants or animals. Okay. So natural fibers you get from plants or animal. Okay. So what are the examples for plant fibers? Cotton, jute, flax and hemp. Okay. I'll repeat it. Cotton, jute, flax and hemp are plant fibers. Okay. So animal fibers, what are they? Wool and silk. Okay. Animal fibers are wool and silk. Okay. So you can see dress made of cotton. So cotton is a plant. Top made of hemp. It is also taken from plant. Sweater made of wool. Wool is taken from animal. Now, sari made of silk. Silk is also obtained from silkworm animal. Okay. So now we are going to see about the next one, which is called synthetic fiber. What is it, children? Synthetic fibers. Okay. So synthetic fibers are man-made fibers. What are they? Man-made fibers. Okay. And they do not occur in nature. So what are the examples? Nylon, rayon, lycra and polyester. Okay, what are they? Nylon, rayon, lycra and polyester. Okay, so they are all synthetic fibers. So how are they prepared? They are prepared artificially and they have various quality. Okay, so what are the qualities? They are waterproof. What are they? They are waterproof, stretchable and wrinkle free. Okay. Synthetic fibers have their drawback also. When there is a good thing, a bad thing will also be there, isn't it? So what is the disadvantage or drawback? They do not absorb sweat as they are waterproof and they catch fire easily. That is why you are not supposed to wear nylon cloths when we are in kitchen. So we learned in our last chapter, right? Keeping safe. Okay. Now we can also identify the culture of a person from the clothes worn by him or her. Okay. So now here they have given different examples. Clothes made of synthetic fabric. Okay. Now the next one is clothes and culture. We said based on the cloth what we wear, you can distinguish the culture of the people, their profession, isn't it? So when you see a lawyer or a policeman, they all have a different cloth, isn't it? So now we are going to see about the clothes and culture. So people wear different clothes depending upon the climate and cultural tradition of the place they live in. Okay. So when you take Jammu and Kashmir, they wear a thick long dress called firan. What is it called? Firan. Thick long dress called firan. Phiran. Underline it, children. It is very important. So the traditional dress of Kerala, what is the traditional dress? Mundu and Nerid. Okay, what is called? Mundu and Nerid. Now, some of the traditional clothes have become national dresses. Example is kimono. It is the national dress of Japan. Okay, so which is the national dress of Japan? Kimono. Underline it, children. Kimono. Kimono is the national dress of Japan. Next, hanbok. Okay, what is it? Hanbok is that of Korea. So which is the national dress of Korea? Hanbok. Hanbok. Okay, and sari is the national dress of women in India. Is it clear? So in this picture you can see kimono, okay, which is the national dress of Japan. Japanese wear kimono and hanbok. Which place it is? Yes, Korea. Okay. Now coming to clothes and profession. So you know, people wear different clothes according to their job or profession. Okay, as I said you, lawyers wear black coat, Doctors and nurses wear white coat and students wear their school uniform. Okay. So with this, we have completed this chapter. Read the lesson thoroughly, children. Take care, be safe and be happy.